What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majoras Mask 3D. In the last episode, we arrived here in Woodfall and played the Sonata of Awakening to cause the temple to appear. And now in this episode, well, we're going to glide over the poison swamp below and finally enter the first temple of the game. So, let's do this. And I'd like to be the first to welcome you guys to Woodfall Temple. Now, as you can see, there is a stray fairy just flying around in the center, so what we're gonna do is equip our great fairy's mask, and that will cause this guy to fly closer to us, and we should be able to collect him. So, there we go, we got our first stray fairy. Now, there are 15 total stray fairies in this temple alone, so we not only need to find all of those, but we also need to find all the other temple stuff like keys, items, the compass, and the map. Stray fairies can be found in a number of different places, like for instance, if we open up this chest, yeah, we're gonna find ourselves another stray fairy, so you really do need to look everywhere because they can just be in plain sight, or they could be inside different enemies, or inside different pots and stuff like that, so make sure you pay attention and really do look everywhere. Some of the locations have changed on the 3DS version as well, so I'll try and point those out as we go along. Ah, that stench! This place stinks just like that poison swamp. I wonder if that's because this place is actually the source of all that poison water, but whatever, I'm sure we'll find that out later. Come down here, and actually you're gonna find this Deku Baba. Make sure you kill it because, yes, there is a stray fairy inside it as well. Now, one thing that you can do if you want to make sure you never miss a stray fairy is every time you enter a room and every time you collect a stray fairy, equip your Great Fairy's Mask because it'll actually emit some particles if there is a stray fairy still somewhere in the room. Speaking of which, yeah, inside that pot is our fourth stray fairy, so we're doing good so far. Now, this temple is not very large, and it's pretty straightforward, so I'm going to do my best to speed through this as fast as I can, and explain things as we go along, because we still sort of are under a time constraint. Like, I know we can slow time down now, and if we absolutely have to, we can reset the 3-day cycle, but I still kind of want to be efficient with my run through. So, inside this chest, we got ourselves our first small key. Now, here's one change that they made. On the N64 version, right over here was actually another stray fairy. They moved it up over there inside that beehive on the second floor, so we can't get that right now. So we'll have to wait until a little bit later on. Now, instead, let's go back to this Deku flower in the center of this room, and we can now use this to reach the door opposite of the one that we actually entered this room from. And let's see what's on the other side. Well, it locks behind us, and now we're trapped in here with 3 turtles. We've seen these guys before, you know, back when we were in the woods following the monkey, bringing the potion to Komi. But these guys are officially called snappers, and you kill them by going into a Deku flower and, you know, sort of exiting it as soon as they are over you, because I guess that sort of flips them over, and since they're turtles, that kills them instantly. So keep that in mind because there will be like a mini boss later on in this temple that does make use of that mechanic. But after killing all 3 of those snappers, well, check it out. We got this lovely chest to appear. So what do you say we open this bad boy up and see what's inside? So from this chest, we are getting the dungeon map, and yeah, if you look on the bottom screen, you can tell that this temple is not very big at all. Like, it's 2 floors, but still not very large. So now that we're pretty much done in this area, let's make our way back to the hub room. You know, Zelda games typically have one room sort of in like the center of the temple that you go back to several times. That's the hub room, and in this case, it would be this room with like the weird giant, like, almost wooden flower thing in the center of this room. So we'll be coming back through here quite a bit, but since we did get a small key in the last room, we can use it to unlock this door. So let's just head through here and see what's going on. Or we can get interrupted by Tattle. This looks pretty light. Well, don't just stand there, press and hold A to grab it and use the control stick to move it. Awesome, thank you so much, Tattle, for telling me how to move a block. Let's actually transform back into a Deku because I'm pretty sure if we shoot a bubble at this beehive, there is a stray fairy inside. And yes, indeed, I'm right. So let's just collect this little fella real quick. There we go. That is our 5th one. Now, I believe on the N64 version of this game, there was actually another stray fairy, like, near one of these wooden planks, like, sort of, like, next to it, so you probably needed to transform into a Deku and skip across the water to actually collect that one, but they moved it on the 3DS version of this game, so we won't collect it until a little bit later on. Anyways, let's use a bubble to kill this guy, because I'm pretty sure we can't kill him any other way right now. And we want to kill him because inside is actually another stray fairy, so there we go. Let's transform back into a human though, but before we do anything else, make sure you go back over to that block, and believe it or not, we kind of want to push it forward twice now, and this is sort of going to block our entrance. But it doesn't really matter since we're not really going to be going back in that direction. Now let's head back over to this torch, and we need our Deku sticks because, like I said, we can light our Deku sticks on fire. And there's a couple of torches in this room that we need to light. So the first one is right over here. So as soon as we light this, it is going to unlock that door. Now, if you put your Deku stick away fast enough, it actually won't burn up. So I recommend doing that. Anyways, in this room, there are a couple of enemies, and this looks very similar to the room where we fought the 3 snappers. So, if we take out all the enemies in this room, and these guys are actually really hard to figure out where they are in 3D space, my gosh. But yeah, killing both of those enemies will unlock the door and cause another lovely chest to appear. So, what do you say we open this up? Like, this is obviously what we came in here for. And inside this chest, we are going to get the dungeon compass. Alright, so now that we got that, we can pretty much leave this area. We already got the map and the compass, so all of our navigation tools are good to go. Let's relight our torch, though, and now we can make our way up to the 2nd floor of this area. Be kind of quick, but you really just want to make sure you light this torch. Then you can sort of, like, relight it and give yourself more time to do so, and I recommend doing that. Now, yeah, these freaking butterflies or moths that are in here are kind of annoying. They're attracted to the fire of the Deku stick, and they actually will hurt you if they attack you, so just try and keep moving. But as long as you make it to the staircase, you are pretty much in the clear. Be careful, I sense a lot of evil here. Oh no, what could she possibly be talking about? Well, she's actually talking about these enemies, and they're sort of like cute, adorable fuzzballs with eyes. I believe their official name is Black Bows, but they are pretty dangerous. Well, not really, but we do need to kill all of them in this room, and doing so will actually cause a chest with a stray fairy to appear, so kind of important. Let's just take these guys out real quick. As you can see, there are several torches around this room as well, so we'll light those after we take care of all these enemies. Now, if you think you've killed them all, chances are this Deku Baba respawns, so kill him again, and that should cause the chest to appear. So there we go. What do you say we open this chest up and get ourselves another stray fairy? Sweet, that is our 7th one. So almost halfway there, and oh my gosh, it's the morning of the 2nd day. Actually, that's not really a big deal, so pay that no mind. Instead, let's light all these torches. I believe there are 3 of them in total, so I kind of took the long way around, but whatever, not a big deal. Lighting all 3 of those will unlock the door, and now we can move on through the rest of the temple. But my gosh, dude, I swear, like, time is moving a lot quicker. Either that or I'm moving a lot slower, because I swear, I used to be able to complete this temple in, like, the 1st day, and that's it. Like, I wouldn't even touch the 2nd day, but whatever, not a big deal. Now, this is actually where they moved the stray fairy that I was talking about a couple of rooms back, you know, with all the poison water and the wooden planks. This is where it is on the 3DS version, so remember to grab that. And you know what, dude? You are gonna die for that. You are just so obnoxious. Like, can you just leave me alone? Oh, by the way, do not fall in any of these holes over here, because I believe they bring you back to the very beginning of the temple. So, yeah, try and avoid doing that if you can. Now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait for this guy to, like, hover over me and try and kill him. Or not at all. So, you know what? Never mind. Screw that. We're gonna do a new plan and just ignore that guy completely. Hopefully he does not bother us. So all we really have left to do in this room is actually just use these Deku flowers to fly all the way across to the exit. So nothing too major going on here. Like, I guess that's why they added the stray fairy to this room. Otherwise, it was kinda empty, but there we go. We made it. We are in the clear. Let's just head down here, and believe it or not, we are now back in like the main hub room on the second floor. So first things first, let's go over to the switch and transform back into a human, since we need to be heavy enough to weigh this down. And activating this switch will cause these two ladders to appear, which pretty much bridge the gap between the first and second floor, creating a shortcut. But we're going to ignore that for now and instead just head right through here because, well, if we transform back into a Deku scrub, here is the beehive that I pointed out earlier. So if we smash this down from the wall, inside is another stray fairy. Now that we got that though, there's a couple other important things that we can do in this area. So let's head through this door. And oh no, it locks behind us. So guess what? We need to fight a new type of enemy. I believe this is a Lizalfo or a Dinalfos, one of those things. I could be wrong though. Regardless, it's really easy to fight, not really too hard. If you can, do your best to try and pin this guy up against the wall because, yeah, if you do that, he becomes a joke. Like, there we go, already he is dead. And obviously, killing him unlocks the door and causes another lovely chest to appear. So let's head over there and open that bad boy up because guess what, guys? This chest actually contains the item from this temple and it's one of my favorites. Guess what? We got ourselves the hero's bow. I know, kind of cool. It's like the first item that you actually get that's not a mask. So let's just equip this real quick, and as you can see, it comes with 30 arrows, which is very nice. What I find kind of weird is they don't make you use it to leave this room, because normally Zelda games do that. I'm not complaining though, because there's something we can use it in this room. So if we just aim directly at this classic eye switch, activating it will cause the Deku flower that's in the center of this room to rise up and down. And now we can use this to cross the room and make our way all the way over to that door that's back there. I know some of you guys might not have noticed that door. It's a little hard to see, but trust me, it's there. And you want to go in there because, well, guess what? That is where the mini-boss of this temple actually is. But don't worry, it's actually very easy. The boss of this temple is very easy as well, so we should have no problem doing this. But let's just head in here. And, well, you're pretty much immediately thrown into the battle. So let's transform into our human self real quick because you want to fight this guy in his first form and you're human. I believe his real name is actually called Gecko. But yeah, after a couple hits, he's going to call in some reinforcements in the form of a snapper. So now we want to be our Deku form and try and get inside one of these Deku flowers as fast as we possibly can, because what you want to do now is wait for him to go over top of you. Once he does that, of course, just launch yourself up. That'll knock him off the snapper, and now you need to be your human form and target him and try and shoot him with your arrows. Rinse and repeat that 3 times, and that should be the remainder of this mini-boss. So yeah, like I said, nothing really too hard. Just make sure you swap into your human form as fast as you can. Like, that's probably the hardest part about this mini-boss, is just like switching fast. Also, I guess hitting him with your arrows could be kind of hard, but as long as you wait until he stops moving, you should be alright. I think if you wait too long though, he actually will go back on his turtle friend and you'll have to like repeat the cycle, but that's really not the end of the world. So one more hit and this guy should be done. Come on, let me hit you. There we go. And down goes Gecko. And he actually does turn into a normal frog after you kill him. So keep that in mind because that will be important for something later on. So yeah, remember that. Anyways, now that that is done, let's just head through here and check it out, man. There is this very large, very fancy looking chest. So let's open this bad boy up and, well, inside is, you probably guessed it, the boss key. You know what that means? We're kind of done with this temple. Like, really, the only thing left to do is collect the remaining stray fairies and then go and fight the boss. And that's not really going to take too long. I think we can actually use this Deku flower to stay on the second floor, because I was about to jump down, but I'm pretty sure we will be able to make it over this way. Heck yeah, man. That'll save me just a little bit of time, I guess. Alright, you know what? First things first, let's actually go and collect one of the stray fairies in here, because there's still 2 in this room, but one of them is right over here, so let's just shoot a bubble at it to pop it. And now if we put on our Great Fairies mask, this guy will come directly to us. So there we go. we have 10 great fairies. There's still one more in this room, as I mentioned, and there are 4 in the room right before the boss. I know, they kind of just put like a ton in there. Not really sure why, but anyways, if you target the center of that wooden flower, you should be able to shoot an arrow through that torch, which will light that on fire. And as you can see, it also like dispels all the poison in here, as well as cause the wooden flower to rise up and spin around. So now we can use that to cross to the other side, although we really don't want to do that right now. Instead, we want to go to the center of this flower, or just jump in between the 2 petals. That was genius. You know, the funny thing is I actually tried really hard to time that and make sure I didn't do that, but of course, like, all of my timing was for naught because, yeah, I totally just screwed that up. So now I gotta take the walk of shame and climb up this ladder and try it again. So hopefully this time we do not fall through the gap. I'm not even gonna bother timing it. I'm just gonna go for it. See, there we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Alright, so now here comes the hard part. What you want to do is line up your arrows with the torch in the center here, and you kind of got to shoot an arrow at that torch over there and try and light it on fire. It can be kind of difficult, but there we go. Yeah, if you just keep your arrow steady, you should be able to do it. Of course, lighting that will unlock the door, and now we could continue on, but there's still one more thing that we need to do in here. So, let's actually turn into a Deku scrub real quick, because I'm sure as you guys saw when we lit that torch, there is actually a switch over here that we can press, so let's do that real quick. And of course, activating this switch will cause a chest to appear. And this chest actually does contain another stray fairy. And wow, Link, I don't know what you were doing, man, like diving towards concrete again. Really not a good idea. First in Twilight Princess, and now in Majora's Mask. Now, whatever. Let's open this up, though, and get ourselves the 11th stray fairy. So sweet. Only 4 left, and like I said, there are 4 in the next room. So we are right on track. Let's just head through here now. And check it out. There is the boss door. So there's a lot going on in this room, but honestly, a lot of it is really kind of noise pollution because, like, 90% of the stuff in this room isn't really important. Like, the only thing you really want to worry about is the diamond switch that we saw and the 4 stray fairies. Everything else completely useless, pay it no mind. So, let's just jump up here and, well, check it out. Here is the first stray fairy that we can collect. Now, there's another one inside that bubble over there. So, actually, can I hit this with my Deku bubble? Yeah, I don't think I can. So, you know what? Let's just transform into a human, and I should be able to pop this with my arrows. No problem. There we go. Now, if I just stick on my Great Fairy's mask, he should fly directly towards me. And come on, dude. Where'd you go? There we go. Sweet. So, we got ourselves another stray fairy. So, there's only 2 more left. And the other 2 are actually right on the other side of this room. It's kind of weird that they put so many stray fairies in this room, like, right next to each other, like, and have them all very easy to collect. I feel like they sort of ran out of, like, space to put them, so they all just decided to slap them all in this last room, because, you know, why the heck not? Alright, now, there's one more, and I believe it's all the way at the top. I actually thought that stray fairy was up here, but I guess I was mistaken. So, let's just head up here. And, well, there it is, the last stray fairy. So, there we go. And yes, the Zelda chime plays when you collect them all. So, that's how you'll know. Anyways, let's transform back into our human self. And now all we gotta do is shoot an arrow at this diamond switch. Come on. There we go. And yes, lighting the diamond switch extinguishes the flame, so now we can use that Deku flower in the center to reach the boss. And I'm pretty sure I can reach the center from this Deku flower. Hopefully, I can. I should just be able to make it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And now if I can sneak past these guys. No, don't you dare knock me into the water. I hate you, dude. What a jerk, man. He actively, like, flew up just to run into me. Like, he was minding his own business. I was gonna leave him alone, but no, he just had to be that guy. And for that, you're gonna die, my friend. And I'm gonna kill your little friend, too. Or at least attempt to. I should be able to hit it from over here, though, as long as he stays still. There we go. How you like that for trick shots? Are you kidding me? My gosh, and the flames freaking reignited. Alright, so now, again, let's just shoot the diamond switch. Oh man, only in a Let's Play does this stuff actually happen. But now, since there are no threats whatsoever, as long as I don't screw up, we should be able to make our way to the boss door. There we go. Come on. Just one more gap to cross and we're good. Like, I swear we're golden after this. And thank goodness we made it. Are there any arrows in here? Because we're kind of low, but we really don't need arrows for the boss anyways. And of course, there aren't any. So you know what? Whatever. Let's just go and challenge the boss then. It's quiet. Too quiet. Well, now it's not really quiet because there's like this wicked, crazy drum beat. And, well, down from the ceiling comes our friend, the boss. So, this is the masked jungle warrior Odolwa. And Odolwa's cool. You want to know why? Because he says his own stinking name. That's how you know he is awesome. There's a couple of different ways you can fight Odolwa. In your human form, what you want to do is wait until he starts dancing. Then, strafe around to the back of his legs and start attacking him. So do that twice, and yeah, he should fall over. And this is new on the 3DS version. So now his eye has appeared. Now we can actually slash this a couple of times. And yes, there is a little bit of slowdown. I swear that's not the capture, it's the 3DS itself. Let's transform into a Deku scrub now, because fighting him in your Deku form is actually a little bit easier. So let's equip a Deku nut now, and what you want to do is hide out in one of these Deku flowers, and we're gonna wait for him to attack. And yeah, as you can see, he's sort of like looking around like he has no idea where we are. So what we can do is fly right over top of him and drop a Deku nut on his face. That instantly causes him to fall over and expose his weak point. So now we can just deal some more damage. So yeah, they made this boss a lot easier to fight in your Deku form. I actually do need some more Deku nuts though. And oh, by the way, yeah, after you sort of like get, I guess, halfway into this fight, Odolwa will randomly do this dance and cause some enemies to appear. And holy crap, wow, they moved me like way far away from where I was. And hey, that Deku nut actually gave me 10. Sweet. Let me actually take care of all these little tiny enemies first, then we'll go back to dealing with the Odolwa. Sweet. I believe there's only like one series of hits left, so let's just hide out inside this Deku flower. And what are you doing? Alright, he's jumping up. Where is he gonna go? Wow, right next to me. Alright, that is perfect then. So, let's just drop a bomb and bam, there we go. Now we should be able to deal the last few blows on this guy. Sweet. Done and done. Down goes Odolwa. Told you he was pretty easy. Also, look at the smoke real quick because, yeah, you can kind of see, like, the symbol of Majora's Mask in it. Kind of a nice little touch there. Alright, so let's grab our first heart container, and there we go. That brings us up to 6 now. Sweet. And now, well, we can grab this mask. So we seize Odolwa's remains. In doing so, we freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within this dark mask. There we go, guys. First temple completed. Now, this is actually one of my favorite segments in the game. I don't know, like, I always thought this part was cool as a kid. Like, after you defeat the boss and get the remains, you get sent to this area, and I don't know, there's just something so mystical about it. I really just like it a lot, and the music is really cool as well. What's that? I don't actually know. What is it? Like, you can't really see it. It's kind of covered by that waterfall, but as we get closer, you can see that it's sort of like a giant of sorts. Kind of crazy looking, too. What's he doing, though? It seems like he might be singing something, perhaps? Wait, listen. It seems to be saying something. Could that crying be its way of teaching us some sort of melody? I don't know. Don't just stand there, get your instrument. Good idea. So, let's listen closely to this song that we are about to learn, because I have a feeling that it's going to be very, very important. Although I guess you could technically say that about all the songs that we've learned thus far. They all have their own, unique function and importance. But there we go. We have learned the next song, which is The Oath to order. Oh my gosh, dude. This area looks really, really cool on the 3DS too. Like, on the N64, it didn't look that great, but oh man, it looks really awesome on the 3DS version too, with like all the updated graphics and the textures. It looks a lot better. Like, you could argue, like, which one is better, the N64 or the 3DS, but I gotta say, Majora's Mask 3D has gotta be better. So, there we go. We learned ourselves another song. What's this guy doing now, I wonder? Tattle, care to translate for us, please? That'd be nice. Call us. That's what it's saying. Interesting. I wonder what that could mean. Oh well, I guess we'll have to find out later. But that does it, guys. Since we completed this temple and have defeated Odolwa, guess what? The poison in the swamp has dispersed, so it's all back to normal. And also, it conveniently creates an exit for us to get out of here, which is also very, very awesome. And now, here we are, somewhere still inside of the temple. The 4 people Tail talked about. Do you think one of them was that spirit that was sealed inside that mask? Possibly. That would make sense. Oh, hey, you were pretty good out there. Have you done this before or what? Funny story about that, actually. Tattle, can you focus? Now, just keep up that pace and save the other 3. Alright, I'm on it. Hey! What? Spit it out, will ya? Where are you going anyways? All that stuff I did to you. Your horse, I apologize. Sorry. Don't worry about it. There, I apologize, so don't hold it against me. Got it? Now then, let's hurry and help the princess the monkey mentioned. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about her. After that, our next stop is in the mountains. We've just got to do something about that Skull Kid. I agree. Alright, so, yeah, we still haven't actually found the Deku princess, but thankfully, we got teleported exactly where she is. So let's just cut down these vines, and right inside, there she is. What? Who are you? Link, pleased to meet you. I am the Deku princess. Were you by chance asked by that monkey to come save me? Indeed. Aha! Just as I suspected. You see, your body smells a little bit like monkey. What is that supposed to mean? So the monkey made it back fine after all. That's good. I was worried that when I didn't come home, my father would think that the monkey had kidnapped me. I was worried that my father would even go so far as to punish the poor monkey. Ho ho ho! Well, that's kind of exactly what's going on. Don't tell me. Are you serious? Yeah. Is father actually doing that? Yet another hasty decision, father. Oh no, she seems so upset over it. Don't worry. Well, we haven't any time to lose. Quickly, Mr. Link, could you please find something to carry me in so you can take me to the Deku Palace? Well, we really don't have anything except an empty bottle, so yeah, believe it or not, that works. So there we go, we put the Deku Princess in our bottle. Yeah. Mr. Link, there's no time to lose. Hurry, take me to the palace. Alright, so this event will get added to our Bomber's notebook, and now we need to quickly make our way to the Deku Palace, so let's not waste any more time and just get out of here. It's a good thing that they put this platform here too, because now this leads us directly to the exit of the Woodfall area and back to the southern swamp, which is pretty dang convenient if I do say so myself, but I think this is a good place to end off the episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.